gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. I feel it in my heart. It's gonna, yeah. You're gonna find your way. It's gonna, alright. Hey, it's very hard to let things go. It's hard to carry on. But if you won't try, you won't know what next is gonna come. You've got to just carry on. Let it go, hard to let it go. I know. Oh, can you let it go? And open up your hand. It's gonna be alright. I feel it in my heart. You've got to just let it go. Carry on. Carry on, let it go, let it go, carry on, carry on, let it go, carry on, let it go, let it go, carry on.
Here and go here. How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you are the Hamajang Gang.
How's the Hamajang Gang? And for those of you that would like to be part of the Hamajang Gang, please go to the live chat and participate.
And what we do on this show is we editorialize news items for the migrated Hawaiians out there who like know what's going on, home kind, small kind. And today we're going to talk about renters protesting, developers, believe it or not. Yeah. And then the Maui beach, there's a hotel, had a beach in front, gone. Guess why? Somebody never steal them. No. A pro golfer is switching over to pickleball. Yeah, big sport, wildly popular, especially in New York. And Hilo Harbor, they're after $62 million to expand Hilo Harbor because, kind of small. So we have an item on that. And then Hawaiian Airlines is set to offer free Wi-Fi on their longer flights.
Oh.
Exactly.
About time.
About time, yeah. And then Nanakuli HOA, which is a homeowners association, right, wants to charge a woman $50 because her kids went right in chalk. Nanakuli of all places, I know. So anyway, let's say hi to a few of the Hamajang Gang that showed up here. And we got to say how's it to Marmac, aloha gege, lurking on the phone.
Devin saying hello to Case Jones. Aloha Debbie from
And-
Kentucky, right?
Kentucky, yeah, I think so. And Darlene S. Hey, aloha, namaste, Zen. You are Hamajang member too. That's right. Yeah. Oh, Devin, saying hi to GB, I guess, right?
We have the best moderator, so she's saying hello to all the people before we even do it.
That's a good thing. I like that. And look, look at what Rick S. is doing.
Devon Street. Really good here, waiting for the good weather for our cabin drive to start.
Hey, Kersey, aloha, Andy and James, Monastistas and Hamajang Game, Maranistas. Ooh, that was a rough one.
Moderationistas?
We have moderationistas, moderationists, and the kind.
I get them.
no.
Moderation sisters. Maybe
Moder-
just smash them all together.
I think Maranistas, maybe it's another language.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's in Portuguese, it's Maranistas.
No, it's Hamajangish. Hi, Ann. Aloha. How's it, Deborah, Casey Jones, and Linda. And
Felicia, the front row hottie, Hi, everyone. And that's everyone.
That's everyone.
So all inclusive.
And someone asked me in an email, well, why do you call her front row hottie, right? Well, because we were at the Blue Note, James and I were performing there, and she was in the front row, and we were spocking her out.
Yeah, she's the blonde hair really like
Boom! It was the way the spotlight just caught her, and she was like, oh!
Yeah, and it's when you're on stage with the lights in your face,
Yeah.
it's dark. You don't see people.
Except for
Felicia.
the front row hottie.
And in the back, after the show, we both talking, and it was like, oh, the blonde in the front.
The glowing girl. Hey, who's this? Garden Gully. Jang gang, we go hang. Ooh, I like that.
I like that too.
Oh, there we
Garden Gully.
And speaking of moderationistas,
Nani
here's,
aloha.
and she is a moderator and also an associate producer here on the show. So
I like to call her Teen Mom.
I'm sure she would like that too.
There's one more up there I wanted
Who's
to
that?
point
Who's
out.
that?
I had to, because I saw Radford, Michael Kincaid.
Oh, Michael Kincaid, Radford 65. I'm sorry, I missed that one.
I had to point it out because I'm a Nali'i, so
There
when I
we
saw
go.
that, I had that bad taste in my mouth.
Oh man, it just one jab here.
That's-
Years later.
That's our rival, that's why.
Oh, that's okay. But you know what? If I do miss your, and no shame, post them again because you know. Here's the reason, and I'll show you. This is what I'm looking at. Okay, so you see that, you see the chat there, jump in, and sometimes I will miss things. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Rick S. from the Ninth Island. Aloha, Ninth Island, Rick S. Aloha. Hey, Garrett, how young?
How's it, Garrett?
How's it from Honolulu, Hawaii?
Hey.
And what's the matter with Stephen Mata?
Mosamata. Aloha, hello to all the mods. Keeping it simple. Garrett Young, who's on Facebook, if you follow him, he is doing his own taste testing videos.
On Facebook?
Yeah, so he goes to
What
places.
type of food?
Saimin, I think there was musubi. So he's going out there and tasting things. So that's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of stuff the Facebook.
Yeah. Hey, I like that.
Yeah, look at this. And Kirsty says, you got it, James. I remember.
Smash them all together.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Roger Sasaki. Aloha, Mijang, all the way from Kauai. Okay.
He made it easy for you today. He never put the city.
I know, and you corrected me yesterday. I was watching the rerun, doing an air check, and I said la, and you went lu or whatever.
Ulu, not
Yeah,
ula.
ulu, not ula. Yeah. Okay. there we
Matt
go.
Statter is here from Seattle.
Where was
Right
Matt
there.
Statter? There she
Yes.
goes, and she will be our MC in Renton on the 19th, right?
At Carco Theater.
At
Two
Carco
shows.
Theater, 2 shows. Let me see if I can do find the poster without making too much of a mess. There it is. Yeah. Okay, and that's 2 shows, August 19th. Oh, yes, we're going to have Augie T there.
Yeah.
And
Special
by the
guest.
way, go ahead.
No, special guest.
Special guest, Augie T. And if you haven't seen Augie T lately, you might want to catch this show, Washington, because there's what they've introduced legislation
Yes.
that says people who are in the city council, which he is, shouldn't be allowed to do side hustles.
Yeah, no moonlighting.
No moonlighting, so this may be a last chance. Even though he's got a show in October, at the Shell.
Which might be, that's it for him
Right.
on the island.
Yeah, might be. I don't know how they can imagine before that show. Oh, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Ah, Kevin S. How's it, brother?
Orlando.
And Jerry says, look at this.
A week from tomorrow is his birthday.
Counting down already. I know. He must be, he still must be young because, you get to my age, you don't want to hear about birthdays.
Yeah. He must be younger than me because I'm the same way.
Oh, aloha, Mad Statter. Yes, Mark saying, how's it too? Okay, so I tell you what, let's do our first editorialized video. And again, and we've been talking a lot about this this whole week. Prices of housing, affordable, I'm doing the air quotes thing again, affordable housing. Well, guess what? Some developers who are offered incentives to build these new high rises, right, often have to say to the people who are renting the land where they want to build on, you got to split. I know, sad as that is.
Wow.
Check this out.
First, 4 renters who are being displaced by a new Honolulu high-rise say more should be demanded of developers to build affordable housing.
They were part of a demonstration today at Honolulu Hale where council members got an earful. Daryl Huff has the story.
Giving developers more chance to make money in return for building affordable housing has been a standard tactic here at Honolulu Hale, but now activists are coming out to say that's just not good enough.
I'm a fan of Daryl Huff ever since that. He did a new, unless you weren't watching, folks, he did a news item and there was all this information and he stopped and went, "What does that mean? I have no idea." I thought that was so cool. Big fan, Daryl.
Even though I have 3 jobs,
Oh, man.
I cannot buy my own house.
Cecile Daniels is a renter who joined Local 5 and other activists
If you had trouble understanding her, she said, "I have 3 jobs and I can't afford to buy a house."
to deliver a simple message.
I'm asking you, please demand more from the developers because I don't want to be homeless.
Wow.
And 3 jobs to survive, to pay my bills and rent.
The hearing was over a proposed 440-unit, 400-foot high-rise at 1538 Kapiolani. In return for being allowed to build higher, the developer is offering 101 moderate-income rentals. But it was an already approved development, Kuile Place in Mo'iliili, that inspired the demonstration today. 2 moderate-income renters who must move said the Kobayashi-built development won't be affordable to them or their neighbors.
If one of my neighbors becomes unhoused because they can't secure truly affordable housing elsewhere, it's going to be on your hands as well as the developer.
You got the job. Do the work.
Oh.
The people are asking for your help. Stop building places that people can't afford.
The thing is now you're doing it again. 1538 Kapiolani. You're going to do it all again. It's ridiculous.
The council chair seemed to endorse their point.
You got the developers sitting in the room, and I'm speaking to you too. How do we get you guys to build for local people so that they can live and enjoy Hawaii too?
It's very challenging to build affordable housing projects and to even break even.
For developers to provide to develop more affordable housing, I think more incentives need to be out there.
You see where he's going with that, right? For us to build affordable houses, we need the state to give us more tax breaks, give us more benefits.
You know, just pointing fingers at each other because the councilman was like, "Oh, what are you going to do for the local people?"
Well, what are you going to do for the developers?
Yeah.
And of course, we'll pass that savings on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey, Kamala, man, how you, bro?
Project at the site of the former KGMB studios moved on for committee consideration. Council members say it's likely meeting the housing needs of lower-income families will likely fall mostly on government programs, not private developers. It's hard to say how this particular demonstration will affect the council in the long term, but the protesters say they will be coming back again and again. Reporting from Honolulu Hale, Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
And again.
You got to tell you, the developers, that's why they're called developers. They want to develop things and they want it to turn a profit.
Right.
But like our analogy about, this would be a great job if it wasn't for all these people,
Yeah.
right? They're going, oh, this would be a wonderful job. Wasn't for all these renters that gave us all this money that, that we are going to use to build on top of her and, boom.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, it's going to be affordable housing, but not affordable to you guys. Affordable to someone else.
Yeah, it'll be affordable if you make $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have 3 jobs. I cannot afford to buy a house.
Yeah.
And many people have 3 jobs. Augie was talking about it. He says, I have 3 jobs.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, she has 3 jobs. That lady has 3 jobs and probably lives with her whole family in the house still. It's same thing like me, my sister, and my mom.
Well, that for the Filipino families especially, that's not unusual.
Yeah.
And anyone who lives in a neighborhood with a lot of those multi-generational Filipino houses, their main concern is parking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Hey, look, Lewis on Facebook, Sea Rider from 1974. I missed that one.
Yeah,
None-
he gave a shout out. Keone gave him the old, that Waianae.
Hail to thee!
Yeah, that Waianae greeting.
Yeah,
It's the
there are
74
several
bread.
rent-to-own developments under Ariyoshi. A friend got one, had to agree to live there for 10 years. If not, they had to refinance for market value. Yeah. Well, there's the answer, At least give the renters maybe, but stop. I was going to say give them, first right of refusal, but they have to live someplace while that thing is being built.
Yeah.
Right? That's how KPT was spawned, right? Because they had a development. They moved everybody off that land, and they said, but you can live in beautiful Cohill Park Terrace.
Ooh. Just make sure you wear blue.
Yeah, but your dad liked it there.
He kind of did. I guess he liked having, everybody was around.
Oh.
Then when you move someplace else, then, most of your family or your friends that you grew up with aren't there anymore.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, now we're going to talk about, I don't know if this is kind of a real estate groove, but there's a hotel in Maui, right? And there was a beautiful beach in front of it. Well, now the waves are literally crashing on the building, and they're trying to figure out what to do it. And there's, in this article, in this news item, shots from years ago to show how much the beach has eroded. Very interesting.
Wants to strengthen the foundation of a building being threatened by erosion, but opponents say the only real solution is moving that building away from the ocean. Our Chelsea Davis has both sides.
So this is our public access to nowhere.
Sure. No, that path does not go to nowhere. It goes to the ocean.
Yeah, look at that. Most places you got to walk the sand.
Oh, no.
You get cramps in your calves.
I don't agree with that.
Shoreline advocate Kai Nishiki shows me the public beach access near Kahana Sunset in West Maui. I took my GoPro because I didn't want my camera to get wet. And as you can see, the stairs lead straight into the ocean. Nishiki demonstrates how you could actually get to the beach if you really wanted to.
I'll show you how far you have to jump down.
Watch this, watch this. Oh, no, not that.
Wow, don't break an ankle.
Here's our beach access. I can now have to swim this way or this way to get to the beach.
When I went down to look for myself, I could see there's no beach fronting this building of the resort, and swimming to the sand could be dangerous.
If this building wasn't here, this would be a beach.
It wasn't always this way.
Look
This
at that.
is what
That's the difference. That's what it used to look like.
Wow.
So I can see how she would go, when I first bought.
Yeah. So did the sand erode, or did the height of the water come up?
I think it eroded, but it may be explained. I'm not sure.
it looked like back in the 80s. And this is what it looked like around the early 2000s. And this is footage of a giant wave crashing.
Look at that. You buy beachfront property and suddenly you have wavefront property.
Ocean property.
But look at, I mean, oh, honey, I don't need to take a shower.
Say, oh, hey, the window's dirty. Oh, never mind.
Never
Clean up.
mind.
Just gotta get the
resort in January of this year.
Oh, Colleen, or is the island sinking? No, the island isn't sinking. I promise you that.
President of the board of directors says the buildings were built back in the 70s, and he says they didn't anticipate this back then.
We can all look back and fault those people for whatever.
It's over the top of the roof.
He said we can fault those people from in the 70s.
For building it. Well, because they didn't anticipate that they would lose 50 yards of sand in front of the place.
But from their point of view, it was a safe distance away. The erosion on Maui has been amazing.
Nope.
And you notice, brother, get it together because you get black and white pictures in the background.
He was there.
One lives in this building now because their engineers deemed it wasn't safe. To make it livable again, Kahana Sunset wants to stabilize the foundation.
One guy told me he just wanted to go stay there one more time.
What? Look at that. Spending money made him choke up.
Is he going to cry?
Yep. How can we spend more money?
That's affordable housing.
So that's tough.
But Nishiki says
Well, look
it's a
here,
Band-Aid fix and is appealing.
Miles said, well, what did you think? The rent going down there?
Probably.
No, the beach is going down.
Process. She says Kahana Sunset should demolish and rebuild the building farther away from the ocean. Robert says that's tens of millions of dollars they would have to come up with. Reporting in Kahana, Chelsea Davis, Hawaii News Now.
You know, they mean well when they make those kind of suggestions, but there's always that why didn't you just take the building and move them? Or tear this one down, build one new building way over there. Then we can. Why don't you do that? And they look at you like you're stupid.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We didn't keep the wheels under the hotel, the building inflated.
Yeah.
From the 80s. We apologize.
Yeah. And again, they mean well when they make those suggestions, but it's just like maybe a little more thought. Yeah. Keone says what? There was a bathhouse built in Makaha Beach in the 80s. Buffalo told them to build it there not to build it there because of the erosion. They didn't listen. Fell in the beach within a year. Oh, that's not the one that he lived in, right? The one where the shower was right by the road. Did that fall in the ocean? Wow.
I don't know about the one by the road. I don't.
Was there another one?
Different one.
Keone, you know which one I'm talking, because there was one in the right there, and I think Buff lived in there for a while.
Oh, we would park our bus there and use that bathroom.
Yeah. But there was a little house over the top of it. If that's the same one, unless I'm mistaken.
It must be a different one closer to the building. Was that apartment building or?
On the other side. Yeah, but where the grass is, that small place. We used to play chess over there. Oh. One of my favorite stories, we were sitting there, two local brothers was at a picnic table, and they're staring at a chessboard, and I walked up and I watched, and like 10 minutes went by, and I said, whose move is it? And they both went, his. Did you? Oh, what? I went, bro, lucky I showed up.
No kidding. They would still be there today.
Yeah, rule 1, no burn and play chess. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, that's a tough one.
What they need to do is make that a whole amenity. So this unit comes with waves crashing on your window. Who can say they have a lanai that waves crash on?
Who can say that?
So there you go. You have that.
I'm thinking that they can't rent those units.
Oh, OSHA or Ocean?
One of the two, you're going to eat it. Garen Balbaron, Ozzy Joseph, wouldn't it be cheaper and wiser just to build a breakwater like Magic Island or bring in more sand?
Good luck with that.
I don't know. Whenever you mess with the natural erosion thing, you get the people, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I tried to grab this thing about pigs, but I ran out of time. The pigs, I think it's Pacific Palisades, and they're being invaded by pigs.
Well, because there's people up there feeding them.
Yeah, but they're everywhere. Yeah. And this lady comes in, walks up, and she goes, we live in where they live, so we should let them do what they want. And the brother's going, bro, you seen my yard?
Yeah. You never see my kids running from the pigs.
Running from the pigs. Yeah. Oh, okay. Aloha, Foundation Man. There were 3 built there. An old one, the one replaced the old one, and then another replaced the one that fell in. somebody who builds bathhouses. Why don't we just build them over there? Okay, right on. We'll be back in 3 years with more work.
Job security.
Job security for sure. Yes, some of those homes were called Queen's Acres. Oh. Well, Johnny Rocks Hollywood, wave goodbye to your investment. Yeah, well, you never know. But they had...
Just say like Pacific Beach Hotel, how they had that giant aquarium?
Yeah.
Eventually, that hotel will have an aquarium on your lanai. Wow. Come on, you got to think ahead, man.
And you'll be in room 220, and here's your fishing pole and your snorkel. Huh? What?
Yeah. Do not open the lanai door or the windows. Keep the louvers closed.
Or you get one of those safety briefings like on the airport. Look out first. If you see water, debris, or fire, do not open your lanai door. Oh, literally sleeping with the fishes. Oh, fresh tuna served hourly. I don't know.
Here's your bait.
Right. And you have to be careful of sharks. Yeah, hello, front desk. Yeah, I'd like to take one shower, but get a tiger shot.
Can I get a new remote? The sharks, they hogging the remote. They keep turning the channel.
Can I move to a twin bed? This shark way too big. Thank you. Man.
Johnny.
Little Johnny.
Looking for a dolphin adventure? Just open your door.
Man, poor guys, yeah? Oh, Enriquez says, but if the state starts spending money to protect private property, well, yeah, that's not going to happen. Are you kidding? The state will come in there and go, sell it to us. Cheap, because no one else wants to buy this thing. Yeah, rent goes up during Shark Week. Because all the money you save on cable, right? Because it's out the window.
And Jason Momoa is hosting Shark Week this year.
Right, he goes, I love that bit you do about him where you say, well, why is he fishing? Isn't he the Neptune?
Aquaman.
Aquaman, get in a boat.
Yeah, that's all you got to do is say, hey, fish, I need 7 of you. We hungry.
Make it 8. I like to take home to my kids. Oh, okay. So, have you ever played pickleball?
I have never and will never.
Will never play pickleball. I don't understand it. I have watched it. I find the noise to be obstreperous.
I don't hate the sport. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the sport.
Me either.
But I will never do it.
But, you know,
Kudos to
even
you
with
guys.
my hearing aids out, it was, you know, obnoxious. Talk. You know, not like tennis. I don't know what it is about the sound of a tennis game. Right?
Well, it's also farther away. So the time between, you know, the two players are farther away. The time between the sound.
Oh, I get it.
It's a rhythm. Talk, doom, talk, doom. Where the
pickleball.
Pickleball. Too fast, man. Slow it down.
Wow.
I'm trying to cool out over here. You're
Well, anyway, a pro golfer, someone from Hawaii who did well, was on the tour, gave up pro golf to become a pickleball aficionado. Check this out.
Welcome back, former Hawaii golf prodigy Tad.
How about that shirt? It looks like he has a jacket that's open, but it's not.
It looks like one of those where somebody else's hands is underneath his arms, and it's not his arm. He's like going like in behind his back. It's crazy. What happened there?
But I don't know how to get attention.
Is that a hoodie?
Might be. You're right. I don't know. We'll see.
Fujikawa has set aside his golf clubs.
And instead, he's hooked on the fast-growing game of pickleball. Jim Mendoza has more.
Tad Fujikawa can still hit a golf ball with the same smooth swing that made him a
He was big news for a while here.
Yeah, for a little
professional player. But these days, you will rarely find him on a golf course.
I'm hoping that I can get to a point where
later, Mark,
expectation with golf goes really, really low, so I can start playing again and you know, enjoy being out there and not really care about how well I'm doing.
That has killed more enjoyment of golf. You know, when you start getting good and all of a sudden you just leave, you're all frustrated because, you know, you're not killing the shots. You go out there, you don't care. Good fun.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I think my expectations are still way too high.
Tad lives in Georgia, where he took up tennis. But that pastime got pushed aside when he fell for another sport, pickleball.
But I played pickleball one time and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so screwed. Like, what's gonna happen to my tennis? I'm so addicted to pickleball. I love this. It's so fun.
And my Nike sponsorship out the window.
Since 2021, he has been the pickleball pro at Sea Island Resort, where he gives 15 to 20 private lessons a week.
Oh my God.
He also plays the game at a high amateur level, but only recreationally.
What?
I like the competition, but I'm not super serious with it. I just play here and there, more just to keep my competitive juices flowing. It's a great sport. I've met so many amazing people through it.
Tad's mom is also hooked on pickleball. So are many of his friends, both in Georgia and Hawaii.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So when he visits here, he packs his pickleball gear.
We try to get together and play.
And it has afforded me this wonderful studio apartment because, in here in Georgia, only costs like $800.
When I'm back. So yeah, I'm on the pickleball court all the time when I'm back home.
As for golf, Tad says it will always be a part of his life. And who knows, he may make a comeback.
If there's one thing that you miss about the game of golf, what would that one thing be?
Probably the competition. Golf is a very difficult sport. It is probably the hardest sport out there.
Did you hear that? Golf is probably the hardest sport out there. And I think everyone who surfed in the last eddy would agree.
Yeah, talk to Mike Tyson too about it.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Golf is the most expensive.
Hey, Lawrence Taylor, come on. Golf.
Golf is that whole mountain climbing thing.
Yeah. You're only just 1,000 or 2,000 miles
Especially
up there.
the free climbers out there without ropes on the sides of the North Face.
Try golf, buddy.
Try golf. Panty.
As the teaching pro at Sea Island, Tad gets his fill of pickleball, and he wants his fans in Hawaii to know he couldn't be happier.
I'm really grateful for Hawaii and everyone in Hawaii and the support that I've gotten over all of the years, not only in my golf career, but in my life still today.
I'm Jim Mendoza for Hawaii News Now.
Miles asked a great question. Why do they call it pickleball?
A lot of things on Google that I don't know.
Did you Google it?
Yeah, something about pickle boat. Just putting things together, that just throwing things together. I'm not really sure, so it's hard. I haven't really vetted these stories that I'm seeing, but.
Hey, if anyone out there who has the time, try Google why is it called pickleball? Hey, wait a minute. Maybe
because then she'll just keep going.
She'll keep going.
I don't get it though. Well, I understand why he wants to get on it now.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is about the competition. Yeah. Sport's only been around like for a year or two. You won't go up against somebody who's been playing for like 12 years.
What are you talking about? Pickleball?
Yeah, where you're saying he likes the competitiveness.
Well, Mad Statter said it's been around in her area since the 70s.
The 70s?
The 70s, right.
Wow.
But here, look, GB, golf is the most boring so-called sport.
So-called.
Hey, there was a guy, when I was playing golf I'll tell you that story. But anyway, this guy goes, hey, golf is a sport. That makes us athletes. This guy, what, carry my own bag? No way. Give me the golf cart. And what I was going to put off telling you is I worked for Bank of Hawaii, and they actually hired me to play golf with clients because I was bad and would get beat regularly, but I was entertaining on the course.
Oh yeah, I mean you get the jokes, the good time.
Oh yeah, it was
good
fun.
Stories, and
I
they beat you.
Paid to play golf. I'm a golf pro.
There you go.
The ball, no look like one pickle. Maybe people look like pickles after they play for a while.
I think when your hand gets tired from holding the racket, it starts to pickle.
The people on the Bainbridge Island who invented it had a dog named Pickles.
See, that's
they
what I'm
named
saying.
the sport after their dog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hearing a lot of different stories of how they got the name, but it does show the thing that's common is a dad invented it for his kids.
For his kids, but he named it after his dog Pickle. I'm so glad the dog wasn't named Slap.
Slap ball.
It could be slap ball.
Well, I think local kids play that already.
Wow. Can I be paid for being a bad golfer? Well, yes.
Find the right company that will hire you for it.
Because I was their spokesman and for their 401ks and stuff. And then I was doing presentations for them and stuff. And they said, do you play golf? And I went, terribly. Perfect.
You're the guy.
You're our man.
That's how I got into acting. the TV show I was on, they wanted bad actors. I didn't know that. I knew I wasn't an actor, but I went with it. And then some of the fans, like, how did you come about being, acting so terribly? And I was like, I was just acting regular.
That's too funny. The only good thing about golf is Robin Williams' bit about golf. I know pickleball.
But the thing too with this news, I mean, not to be this guy, but why did they do a piece on him switching from golf to, because he wasn't a current competitor as far as like competing for the trophies or the U.S. whatever's winning anything.
I can
really
answer that question. Because they need content. They're on every single day, and they got a producer going, "Oh, what do you got?" Well, there's another thing on crosswalks, or we can go to Georgia and talk about pickleball. I'm serious.
Did you guys hear BJ Penn is not fighting anymore?
Pickleball.
I found this on the web for Turnism. Check it out.
Where was it?
It might be I won't say her name.
Oh, it's the phone. No, it's the phone.
So.
Did you hear it on here?
Yeah.
Me too. That means it went out live. Great. I know. But anyway,
it's like, oh, hey, everybody, we're going to do an article on BJ Penn, who's now playing video games.
Yeah, but my favorite line so far is, "Ooh, you better talk to Mike Tyson about the toughest sport in the world."
I bet you he'll have something to say about it.
I think so. That whole George Foreman thing. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Charles Roseberry says, just read it. Pickleball was named after the leftover boat in a race. The last one was in a pickle because he had to stay in the water until he finished. Hence, pickleball.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the one you heard.
Yeah, the pickle. Yeah, they call it the pickle boat.
Right. Well, I if I ever go to play pickleball, I'm bringing a jar of pickles.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, whoever loses, pickles.
Or I'll just show up and just start throwing it at people.
Instead of a ball, I had an idea. Yeah. That's broadcast quality. Thanks, Siri. Yes, I know that voice too.
That Vlasic.
PJ Penn was a beast. He ran for, what was it, governor here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was a big mistake.
Yeah. Or was it? Because I came up with some good jokes for them.
For
those
for
3
him
months.
it was.
Yeah.
For you, it was a godsend.
I appreciated him for those 3 months of jokes.
Mort Saul, who's a comic from back in the day, hung out with Lenny Bruce, these guys, that goes way back. He came here, we got to be friends, right? So anyway, he was telling me this story about he used to do bits about John F. Kennedy. And he would tease John. He did a lot of political humor. So he's on Air Force One with the then President John F. K. And he sees Mort, who's been doing jokes about him. So he walks up to Mort and he says, "What if this plane crashed? What would happen? You're a smart guy. Tell me."
Wow.
And he says, "Well, Mr. President, it'd probably be all over the news tomorrow." And JFK leans in and says, "Yeah. And your name would be in very small print."
Wow. Wow.
But he told that story in his act. But he's going, that's just what kind of, he loved JFK, He's still alive, he's in Mill Valley over there.
Well, Mort Saul or JFK?
No.
It's a propaganda.
No, I'm not one of those guys. He's coming back.
He's hanging out with Elvis and Prince.
That's hell of a band.
Yeah, I mean, I see them at 7-Eleven getting Slurpees all the time.
Yeah. Was that you who posted that video about getting the Slurpee?
Oh, the picture.
The picture, yeah.
I got the free one for my sister.
Yeah.
And then I got the extra large one for myself.
That was on Threads.
Yeah. Threads.
Follow us on Threads, by the way. Comedian James Money and Andy Bumatai on Threads. We're both there. I don't do the TikTok thing. I mean, or the
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Or
Twitter.
Or Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They got to.
It got dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
I was surprised. I found out. I mean, so that number that you get from Thread tells you, I guess, when you started in Threads.
What number?
So, like, if you look on your Instagram profile, they have a number under your name. So like, here's mine's. I don't. Oh, it's kind of blurry.
Yeah, you have to back it off. Yeah, there it goes.
And then there's a number there. Anyways, under my picture, there's a number.
Let me try my camera. So what does the number mean?
I think that's when you joined Thread.
Yeah.
So my number is the lowest out of all friends or anybody that I know that I follow. The lowest one is under my name. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So it's 100,000. The only person I found lower is an ESPN guy who's at 5,000. So like other people.
So you're the 104,000 person to join Thread?
Yeah, and they're already over 100 million now.
Wow, I wonder what mine is. But I'd have to bust out my camera, but we'll figure it out. Look, oh yeah, there. Here, thank you, Medium Sound. So you're 104,475.
Yeah.
And they have 100 million now.
You're 75 million.
I'm 75 million?
Yeah.
Wow, bro, you jumped on it, huh?
Yeah, and then just by accident, I was like, oh, what is this? Threads, huh? Let me see what's happening.
Wow.
So you're 75,579,744.
I would be 43 if I'd have just jumped a little earlier.
2 minutes earlier.
2 minutes.
You're so busy editing.
What is Thread? Gigamba, it's like Twitter. It's like Twitter. Mark Zuckerberg copied Twitter basically and created Threads, and they're in their infancy. There's no DMs, there's no hashtags, and it reminds me of Twitter in the early days. I was there, right? But it's slowly changing. They're going to add a bunch of stuff. But my favorite joke is, you know how bad Twitter is when we start celebrating Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, it's funny because now people are starting to say, hey, maybe Elon isn't a genius.
Yeah.
Maybe
he did not develop Twitter. He bought it.
Yeah, and everything else he jumped on shoulders of smart people.
I'm not saying he's an idiot. He's got a lot of money, but still, the Threads thing is it's cleaner.
Yeah. And Blue Sky is another one.
Yeah, Blue Sky.
Yeah.
But to borrow your, word, it's not dark.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't get. They don't have too much of the culls.
Yeah.
Right now.
We'll say for now. They'll show up soon.
Yeah. So.
I just posted a picture on Threads of this setup, and then my wife is reading a book, and she has a pen next to it, and I took a picture of that and this, and said, "Is it true opposites attract?"
Well, opposites do attract. She is very sweet and lovely.
Shut up, man. We post a lot of our shorts on there, but also on these other platforms. Yeah. I noticed that we're not putting shorts up on Instagram anymore. I wonder what's going on with that. Maybe. Oh, we're doing them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't keep up. Anyway, mahalo, sweet and lovely. Yes, like Darlene, Rick, and you're Rick Foot.
So now's a good time to mention our friends at Hawaii Volcanic Water.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Where's mine? Oh, you know what?
Right in front of you.
Go ahead.
Yours is in front of you.
No, but here, and I'll show you why I did that. So if I go to this shot, it's right there.
The logo shows up.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But you were saying?
So HawaiiVolcanic.com, naturally alkaline water, made in our premium artesian wells. These bottles are made with recycled plastic. Bipono, do what's right. Get you some volcanic water. Yeah. HawaiiVolcanic.com.
And I put mine in this cup that I have a little heater on, and it keeps up a little bit of honey. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Kinako Cam. Well, Kinako's not here.
Yeah, that's.
I don't mind showing you Kinako Cam, but you're not going to see much. Yeah. Just an empty box of donuts.
and Samoan heel.
The Samoan heel.
That's gonna be my OnlyFans. Samoan heel. Very niche group.
Really. Not only is it less expensive than the other OnlyFans, we pay you money.
We also help you move furniture.
Aloha State of Mind comment. Okay, where's the Aloha State of Mind? And I'm getting bat phone from Nani here. I'll show you where it is. You see right here? This? That's Nani texting me. I call it the bat phone. Anyway, and where's Aloha State of Mind? Help me, James.
Almost there. Keep going.
Almost there? Where? Okay, man, it's a while up there, huh? I should be on the camera so people can see me trying to do this. Oh, we may have lost it. Here. Yeah, we may have lost it. Aloha State of Mind. Can't you tell me what Aloha State of Mind said, Nani, so I don't have to go through this?
It looks like it was a while ago.
I guess it was. It could be. I don't know. Anyway. Sorry, Aloha State of Mind. No shame, posam again. And then hopefully it'll make sense in the middle of what we're talking about. Whew. James has a fine ankle, a fine-tuned ankle, as they say in the Victorian era.
A fine-turned ankle. I guess in the Victorian era, they did like them thick, so.
I wonder if it was, I read fine-tuned.
Yeah.
But it's fine-turned ankle. Well, that was back in the Victorian age when you showed ankle. Oh.
Well, also, they like them thick back then. So, this ankle is pretty huge.
I think it was Elaine Boozler did this bit. She says, I was born in the wrong era. Remember when back in the Victorian age, the bigger you were, women, can you imagine those models? Oh, I got to shoot tomorrow. Better eat some quesadillas.
That would be awesome, and that would make me a supersize. Oh, no, actually, it won't be supersize. It'd be just supermodel.
You would just be a supermodel.
Yeah.
Well, heavy people throughout history, right, were more attractive because they said if there was a lack of food, you'd last longer.
Yeah.
Serious. Something about suing McDonald's. What? Well, that nails it down. Thank you, Jerry.
Aloha State of Mind is smart. Came in, did the punchline. Thank you, I'm out.
I'm leaving with the crown.
Yeah, hey, that's my time. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm leaving out on top.
Okay, Hilo Harbor.
Yes.
They are looking for $62 million to expand Hilo Harbor, which involves buying the land around them because I don't know if you've ever been there, but that's where a lot of those container ships show up. And they have to stack them so high, they're saying it's a danger. Okay, so let's check this out, okay?
The $62 million expansion at Hilo Harbor.
Supporters say the upgrade is long overdue. Rick Daysog has a closer look at the plan.
At Hilo Harbor, the shipping cargo is packed so tight, sometimes 5 to 6 containers high.
Can you imagine if we don't have additional space with regards to the pier itself, it's not safe.
State Senator Lorraine Inoue is backing the Department of Transportation's $62 million plan to expand the harbor.
Look at that, how small it is. Those are containers on the very point of that little precipice there.
Saying the upgrades are long overdue.
Hilo and the Big Island is always the last to have any major improvement.
Is always the last? Or is it are always the last? Sorry.
It's happening.
The DOT plans to purchase 5 nearby lots owned by private landowners for $17 million. It also wants to invest another $45 million to create a new cargo storage area.
Yes, Jerry, they are. But they closed that big store across from Zippy's on Nimitz.
Yeah.
And build lanes for loading and offloading cargo onto semi-trailers, which will help ease the dense traffic congestion in the area.
I got a feeling this is not in their promotional video.
This improvement is so important. We're talking about traffic, we're talking about safety, we're talking about operational improvements.
During a recent community meeting, some expressed concerns that the expansion will displace nearby small businesses and dozens of workers.
Yeah, I'm sure the state buying the land that these guys are on, sucking wind every month, would be a detriment. I don't know.
However, the state says it will take more than 2 years before design work and demolition work will begin.
And the workers here have to work so hard, there's no more chance for move their car. Once they park them, that bugger stay there for a long time. I hope the state buy this land.
How long was their shift?
I clocked out at about 2023.
I came in the summer. I clock out in the fall.
But doesn't that look like that's where some people were parked and then boom?
Oh, somebody built a fence behind them as a prank.
Oh, and they got stuck. Oh, bro.
And giving area businesses time to relocate elsewhere. Public comments on the draft environmental assessment are due.
Fancy graphic.
Oh, it goes like stagnant.
Oh.
By July 24th. Rick Daysog, Hawaii News Now.
Okay, so here.
The 16th.
Oops, sorry. K-Max says, Aloha State of Mind said, did you guys see the article where the man is suing McDonald's for still being depressed after a Happy Meal? That's perfect.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? I can eat 2 and I'm still depressed.
Oh, you overate.
Oh, I mean, OH, over-happy.
Yeah, well, it's negative, yeah. One negative, one positive, so it's too many.
Too many.
You got to have either 2 negative.
Or he ate the toy.
Oh, yeah. I would be depressed.
That would be...
Yeah. That's funny, though. Suing them. Well, the meal is happy. It doesn't say it'll make you happy.
Yeah.
I should have been a lawyer.
You know what? That's going to get national attention, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, usually when the government purchases land, they condemn it first, then pay the lowest end on the market price.
So crime about to happen over there.
No, yeah, I know. So especially that land with the cars, you know, that's prime land.
Yeah.
Right there. Pretty funny. Yeah. That's a wonderful thing. I mean, that sounds like a comedy bit. You know, I was all depressed. I went to McDonald's. I bought a Happy Meal. Guess what? Never work. But then I realized it's time release. So, you know, I guess take about 45 minutes.
Time release.
Time release happy.
I was going to say time release for when it comes out the other end. Explosions.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in, 25 years. Easy.
Wow.
Yeah, I will admit to having had the shake once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I like a shake. And for the money, this is going to make me sound so manju, but it's $5 for their shake, you know, and it's a decent size. You buy that at where you bought.
Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
or Baskin Robbins.
It's $10.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Well, the quality ice cream at Baskin Robbins is probably what you're paying for, too. I mean, the milkshake was
the same.
Really? Well, they don't have mint chip at McDonald's, do they?
No, they don't have vanilla. I'm talking vanilla. Because normally when I have shakes, I just do vanilla.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like I just want to eat fast ice cream. That's what a shake is to me.
I can't get you McDonald's. No, not
years
McDonald's.
for me since
I can't get you Zippy's milkshakes because they only make chocolate.
They don't make milkshakes anymore, Zippy's.
No, they only chocolate.
Is that right? No wonder if I go, do you have vanilla? No, we don't do that anymore.
They only have chocolate.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's my favorite milkshake on the island.
Wow. There was only McDonald's. Me too, Annie. I haven't eaten there since I don't know when.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in 12 hours.
Yeah. Well, I know we haven't done it for a long time because my wife, right? She didn't like that they lied about their cooking oil. They said it was vegetable oil, and then she found out it wasn't, and we had very small children at the time. So she said, I'm not going to, because she didn't want to have them eating oil, right? Mm-hmm. So, and these kids are 32 now, so, it wasn't when they were 2-year-old, they were 5, so it's got to be 25 years, I don't know.
Man, I grew up McDonald's.
Yeah. And
that's why I'm 6'7", 400 pounds.
Yeah, but but what gets me is when I went in there the other day for a milkshake for ice cream, a Wednesday, I said, I remember McDonald's was affordable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now they're like $12 for a hamburger or something. I went, I'd rather grab one plate lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, how we doing on time? Oh, man, we got 10 more minutes and we have 2 more items. Man, we might be able to pull this off. This is Hawaiian Airlines and improvements that they're making and new planes that they will be introducing. Check it out.
Tonight, we begin with the airline industry still reeling and rebounding from big recent glitches impacting carriers, including Hawaiian, Southwest, United.
By the way, I saw a video of Bridget Namata from about 8-10 years ago when she was doing. She doesn't, I mean, she looks like she was created in a laboratory by Central Casting in these shots. Back then, she just looked like a normal girl hanging out. Hey, how's it? You know, really trippy. So, you know, it is possible to get better as you get older.
But looking ahead, 2024 could be a big one for Hawaiian Airlines. From Wi-Fi on long-haul flights to comfortable seating, Sam Spangler has a story that's new at 9.
Hawaiian Airlines President and CEO Peter Ingram sent out a letter to customers this week apologizing for delays and cancellations that they've had with construction on a runway here at Honolulu's airport, engine supply chain issues, and an IT upgrade that went haywire.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh, my.
Hawaiian say, why are you bringing up old stuff, Sam?
Yeah, IT.
An expert we spoke with said that airlines across the country are struggling with their brands being stained with delays and cancellations.
Their brands need the help right now. We have very loyal, Hawaiian Airlines has very loyal customers. And I think both of them really, really need to work on, you know, getting it down. And like I said, you can see it's not just those airlines too. You know, United had this major crisis as well.
According to state data.
So in other words, not just us.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
This month, Hawaii has averaged nearly 35,000 passengers a day. That's up 6% from last year. And spending this year has reached an all-time high of $243 per person per day.
The airlines got to do their job, get people from point A to point B, and hopefully without a delay. And, you know, they can charge what they want. You can see the prices are higher. Everyone's making more money.
Hawaiian says its reliability is better now that the runway at...
What was he talking about?
I don't know if he's having his own conversation that he's angry about. I mean, he might have been talking about McDonald's for a second.
Honolulu's airport is complete, and its IT systems are seeing steady improvements. Starting early next year, Hawaiian will roll out free Wi-Fi on all flights outside of Neighbor Island travel.
I say big T's.
Becoming the first major airline to use Starlink.
It's Starlink, which is a product of SpaceX. It means that on all of our long-haul fleet, eventually our guests will have access to fast, totally free Wi-Fi that you can connect to with a click of a button. So it's going to be very different, I think, than what people are used to experiencing in terms of in-flight.
Hawaiian is also set to debut new 787 Dreamliner planes that come with a new 3x3x3 seating.
3x3x3 seating. Wow. That's a wide plane unless they're making those seats way smaller. And I know some people that might be concerned.
This guy.
Well, that means those who travel in...
Look at this.
...or fours may end up sitting next to a stranger. Hawaiian says the seats were designed with comfort in mind.
A brand new flag.
Yeah, I'm sure that when they designed those seats... Let's just put how many people we can pack into one of these tubes aside and go for comfort.
Yeah, let's put them all together.
That's right.
Flagship.
9 in a row.
Why not?
Aircraft. It is new in every sense. We have re-envisioned every cabin on the aircraft.
As for the Dreamliners, Hawaiian Airlines says they are set to roll out in early 2024. In regards to fares, Agrusa says that if you do get a deal and you jump on it early, you could get a break. But if you do wait and book late, you might get some premium prices. Reporting from Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, Sam Spangler, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Are there actually people that don't know if you book early, it's cheaper than if you wait till the last second and book an airline flight?
Wait. Confused. So you book early is cheaper than booking last minute?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was like, wait, why is this a question? What's happening? Isn't that like normal? I was like,
I just, you know, I know what people that state obvious like that. Really? What?
That's why it confused me.
We leave in 4 hours. Let's see if we can get a flight.
That's why it confused me. I was like, wait, isn't that normal?
Most Hawaiian inner island seats are the most uncomfortable I've ever traveled on. Exactly. They don't go back anymore. You know, they have a little tray that's big enough for your iPhone. That's it, you know.
Yeah. And I'm hearing you guys say all of this, and I'm letting you guys know I'm twice your size. So.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. So.
But that's why you don't fly Hawaiian, right?
No, Southwest is my way to go because they love the big folk.
No way. I found out and paid $100 for Inner Island. Yeah, last minute. Yeah. Well, you know, there's that to book early and then got any seats left that nobody bought? Yeah, we'll sell those for you for $50. Because once that plane flies, that empty seat.
Yeah, costs money.
Yeah, true, Andy. We planned ahead and got reasonable fares, but the delays and the cancellations, well, you know.
I think the rule of thumb is 3 weeks in advance. If you're within 3 weeks, the prices are starting to go up.
Right. Where was we got to bring the ferry back? God, I just saw that and I missed it.
The ferry? Oh my goodness.
Oh no, what happened? Oh,
You're
no
back
wonder.
at the top.
Yeah, this thing jumped to the top for some reason. Yeah. Oh, here, the bull says we got to bring the ferry back. You got to talk to Young Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Because they're the ones that were, you know, behind the scenes were lobbying big time against the super ferry. And I did it one time. It was such a trip to drive your car onto a ferry, end up on Maui, right? Drive off, and then you go into a hotel and you come out of the hotel, you see your car.
Yeah, not a rental.
Yeah, because, you know, you can't recognize a rental. Dude, where am I? You know, but... Right, and but there were people with food trucks, you know, lunch wagons.
Yeah,
they were doing it, and then they'd go to place, and the people on Maui were going, hey, right, and then people with big trucks were putting packages in there and then delivering on Maui, and guess what? The inner island shippers were going, I don't think that's a good idea. Might hurt whales.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Because all the other boats and barges.
I was on the flight and they were protesting, right? And these guys were getting off the ferry and these people with signs are yelling, go home, never mind, choke Maui. And this guy goes off, he yells at, bro, I live here. I never forget that. I went, wow.
Yeah, I figured the rental car companies too were hating it.
Yeah,
Keone Nunes was talking about it.
Oh, but
on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. The rental car companies were also big on not wanting. Well, I took my car. I would normally rent a car, and it was wonderful.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, super ferry last seen in Philadelphia. Well, they got a little off course.
Yeah. Well, you know.
That was a problem.
What happened was they felt sad. So it was like, let's get as far away as we can.
And the Happy Meal didn't help?
No, it's so big. Happy Meal is like stuck in a tooth.
What I heard was they were trying to avoid a whale. And they just kept turning till finally, hey.
Well, actually, it turned out those were false killer whales.
Oh, AI?
Yeah. Oh. It had 7 flippers on one side. Tell you.
A glitch in the Matrix.
And now it's taking Rocky all over Philadelphia.
Okay, we might squeak this last one in. It is the top of the hour, and this one here, Nanakuli HOA.
Wait, Nanakuli has an HOA?
It sounds like an oxymoron, but believe me.
Wait, just a moron.
Just check this out.
A $50 fine for drawing on a fence with chalk. That's what a Nanakuli resident is facing due to the rules of her homeowners association. So what are her rights and options?
I love this. Asomanti says some planes are so old they still got ashtrays. Remember that?
Get off the plane. Don't ride that plane.
More reports.
Heather Bedley's kids made a chalk drawing on this fence on July 3rd, leaving it up till just yesterday when she received a violation.
Violation A2 graffiti, automatic fine, first violation. An automatic fine of $50 will be issued for the following violation. There will be no written warning, like, you're gonna fine me $50 because my kids drew chalk.
The association's house rules states graffiti calls for an automatic $50 fine with no warning. The
HOA Hawaiians on attack.
same goes for damage to association property, which the fence in question is.
Kamala man, we've seen your drawings. He does these drawings on those electrical boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and he's an artist, of course, and he does a wonderful job. But look at that. How do you think kids learn how to draw?
And it's
President Matt.
Chalk. Well, I guess they don't know, but still, they could have. Excuse me, is that chalk?
Yeah, ask.
Manager tells me
HOA.
They did that to my house. They came and so the cat peed in one of the suitcases, and I went out, rinsed it, and let it out to dry, and they came around, took a picture. They sent us a picture saying, "Oh, this shouldn't be outside."
Oh my!
And I said, take a picture of my house one more time and see what happened.
Wow.
that they're following their governing documents, but a former resident says some rules are plain silly.
What was the other one? Oh, my aircon. That's the best. Okay, so I used to have an aircon in my room, but because it was only boarded and it was not the same color of the house, I got a fine for that.
Because you know how many brown air conditioners there are.
That's the favorite color.
Longtime residents say it's hard to even get together anymore out of fear of violations.
Look at this.
Clinton Yamaguchi Jr. moved here in 1974.
Back then, we used to have, like, you know, with all the neighbors, you know, we all bring out a little bit of food, you know, like a potluck, you know, and stuff like that. Now it's like nothing.
Residents tell me board meetings, which used to be held at the community rec center, have since moved to town.
That's a smart move, don't you think? I mean, you know the HOA is sensitive to the needs of the residents when they move the board meeting to town.
That's a big giant red flag.
And listen to what this guy has to say about it.
They add bringing them back would be a step in the right direction.
Today, mom is bedridden, you know, and so she can't make it all the way to town. My sister, who has power of attorney, can't even go to the meeting either, you know, so we can't voice our, you know, concerns and stuff like that.
Wow. Real estate experts say it's important to know the association rules before signing a lease, adding every association.
Yeah, but they changed them.
Yeah, without telling you.
Yeah.
They give you a notice after it's already been changed.
Well, what they say is, why weren't you at the meeting?
Yeah.
The association has a right to their own rules.
In the event of a violation, tenants should consult the CC&Rs and in most cases have the opportunity to appeal the violation.
Bedley can either pay the $50 fine or she has until July 18th to file an appeal, telling me she definitely plans on doing the latter.
Wow, look at that.
Bryce Moore, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Well, you know, these HOAs, I mean, if you're on the internet, there's some HOA.
Yeah.
These people are just power, what was intoxicated.
Yeah, I've seen a few where the so they give say it's $50 today.
Yeah.
She doesn't pay it. It could rise up to the thousands
Till finally, we take possession of your home.
Yeah, because of chalk.
Yeah, I know. Heleloa is a notorious street, worst address in Waianae. What? And this, well, you know why? Chalk. I know.
But
you know,
back then, though, back in the days, was outlining bodies. That's why.
Oh, that's the reason. She should have done that. Put a body up against the fence, and hey, this is you had put with an arrow. HOA.
Yeah.
HOA DOA.
To come back but I was angry too. I told them, I said, don't take pictures of my house. I have a young girl that lives here.
Yeah.
My sister, my mom, all live here, and you guys are taking pictures with your phone of my house.
Yeah.
Come again and let me catch you guys taking pictures of my house, and they never came back.
Yeah.
You know, good old fashioned threat.
You know, there was a guy. I don't know if you remember. It was a famous. They would do these aerial photographies of neighborhoods, right?
Wow.
And then they would assess the property value by the air, right? And anyone with a pool was charged more property tax because the house was worth more because it had a pool. So this one guy knew when they took the pictures, and he put a blue tarp in the shape of a pool in his yard. And then when the tax assessment came, he says, I don't have a pool.
Boom.
And then they'd go, what do you mean? We have the picture. He goes, go to my house and what am I, hiding a pool? And he did it every year just to mess with them. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, there. That explains it. Look at what Garden Gully says. Chalk is the gateway drug.
First it's chalk, then it's spray paint.
Yeah, then broken windows.
Oh my goodness! And where does it end now?
Where does it end?
And look at Christopher Rodriguez.
Huh?
What happened to nuclear topaitis? Or
what happened?
43 changed his name. Says smash the like button.
Oh,
sorry,
hey.
it caught me.
I know. I said Christopher Rodriguez. What happened to isotope?
Yeah, nuclear isotope.
Oh man!
I guess Devin would scold him and say, "Use your real name, honey."
Look at this. If you paying $50, give the kids pain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. Wow. I would chalk half on the fence. Yeah. I would write on the fence, this chalk cost me $50. GoFundMe is here.
It'd be funny if maybe they find out she writes to them and they find out, the reason we find you is because the art was not good.
Why not tongue? Excuse me. This chalk here. I know it's just chalk, but if you could shoot, because they only get. But no.
And that's why I got mad.
It's the attitude and what it convey. Like the guy says, hey, all our neighbors used to get together, and cook and get along. And now, it's like that Post-it note mentality. People that don't talk to you in offices, but they put Post-it notes.
Oh yeah, that's for cracks, as the locals say. Cracks.
For cracks. Look, Jacob Hill. Look at this. Look at his avatar there. You can't see, but.
Oh, HOA coming for you, Jacob.
Bro, no, that's $52 easy. Ooh, right. Nah, joke. What? Pu'uhale Akala needs art classes. Yeah. Well, the kids are tiny. There's more kids.
Well, they need to draw better because it cost them $50. I tell you what, though, this is a Samoan parent.
Yeah.
You know who would get the worst? The kids. What you did, what you cost me. We would get lickings. No. My parents would have licked us because they would have said, you guys cost us $50 and cracks. Oh, we will get lickings. Really? Now go find cans and make sure it add up to $50 because you guys paying for this.
In my house, it would not have been a problem because no way my dad would give us chalk. Chalk! You know how much chalk costs? Call out chalk. I would rather buy cigarette. I know. All right, gang. I hope your HOA is treating you fairly. Better than us, because when they hear the sounds coming from this house, we may have an issue. Oh. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our moderationistas, which is Nani Aloha, C. Honda, Aware, and Devin. Thank you so much for keeping the bowling ball on the alley and not in the gutter.
And please, if you guys can, smash the like button, subscribe, because we're trying to reach that milestone. We're almost there. Just
30,000.
Yeah. Well, and 100 something more.
144 more now.
Yeah, so
140. If we
share with your family and friends on your social media. Tell them come to the YouTube and subscribbles.
Yes. Thank you, Michelle, for being here, and thank you everyone for watching. And remember, we're going to be in Renton on the August 19th and the Saturday after that looks good for Sacramento. We'll stay tuned for that. We'll make an announcement hopefully on Monday. So if you're in Sacramento, we're going to need you to help spread the word. Okay, gang? All right, we're going to hit the button. Mahalo nui loa. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1.